I want to welcome you all again for coming to our next day of this training. And today, before we dive into anything, we would begin, as I said, by displaying and giving the information, getting done with the boring part. So, I told you that speaking good or being a good speaker has two parts, right? It has the part where we learn articulation and being clear when we speak, and the part where we learn when we how to stand before an audience and actually also speak. So the confidence, the conquering of stage fright on one side, and then being able to pronounce your words, construct good sentences on the other hand. That is why if you look at your slide, you will see it says fluency and articulation mastery. That is our topic for today. So let me begin by explaining something. We have different languages in the world. We have over 1,000 languages all over the world. Each and every language has a set of mouth movements that is used to speak that language. When you speak Arabic language, for instance, there are different set of mouth movements you use to speak that language. When you speak Yoruba language, there is also a different set of mouth movements. And also when you speak Hausa, there is a different set of mouth movements. That is why when a native Hausa speaker speaks English using the set of mouth movements from Hausa language, you can know that this is a Hausa person. That is where accent stems from. It stems from our native language's set of mouth movements. So in order to be able to speak English articulately and pronounce the words without any stress, you need to learn a new set of mouth movements and also practice them to master the language. So, how do we learn those new set of mouth movements? How do we learn them? There are several ways, but for me personally, there are 3 that I use that help me a lot. And today I'm going to share them with you. 3 things: exaggerated reading, tongue twisters, and then a process called record and review. Let's go through them one after the other. What is exaggerated reading and why should we practice this exercise? When we read books, normal reading, I wish I came in with a book today to demonstrate. So when we read a book, there is a normal way of reading a book. For instance, I would be reading and I would just be reading it normally, as in, this book is very interesting and it talks about marriage and our society. This is a normal way of reading a book, right? A normal way of reading. So instead of doing that, you do it, but you try and exaggerate the mouth movements, and try and overwork your muscles. Do we have anyone with a book here? Let me see. I left my book, but let me open a PDF. When you read a tongue twister, you realize that there is a lot you need to exercise, right? So what I need you to do is that follow that document and start slowly, but there is this myth that goes, repetition can deliver mastery. or if you repeat long enough, you are going to master something. But repetition enough is not going to give you mastery. You need to deliberately practice. Deliberate practice instead of just repetition. I can go 10 times doing the same thing, but I'm doing it wrong. It won't change me. It won't make me better. So repetition only makes it permanent. But deliberate practice can make you master the art. Do you understand? So when you practice your tongue twisters, I want you to make sure that you are pronouncing the words correctly, no matter how slow it is. Instead of going Peter, Papa, Pete, Pepe, P, and repeating it again and again and again, go slowly. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. As you go slowly and slowly and slowly, then you can add more speed. And by the end, you are going to realize that your mouth has mastered that movement. And then you can move to another tongue twister. I've sent, I think, 10 tongue twisters, right? And there is a guideline that you can follow also in the document to practice your tongue twisters. So begin with the first one, go very slowly, just make sure that you are pronouncing the words correctly. Then you can move to the next one and the next one and the next one. And I hope by the end, you are going to master all of them. Then finally, the next thing that you can do to improve your articulation and also fluency in the English language is a process called record and review. Record and review. What is record and review? We all have our phones, right? And we are going around with cameras. So this record and review is a process known to public speaking coaches. And sometimes you cannot see your coach each and every day, right? Or can you? It's very unlikely. So what you can do is that get a topic, any topic you want. When you get that topic, open your phone, turn back the camera, or get someone to record you speaking. Speak for 1, 2, or 3 minutes. Say your mind, have your structure if you wish, don't have a structure if you wish, just speak about something. After you speak for that 1 or 2 minutes, leave the video for at least 24 hours, because if you review it that very moment, you are going to be too harsh on yourself. So leave it for at least 24 hours. So when you come to watch that video again, I want you to watch it and review it 3 times. The first time you review it, I want you to just listen to it. Flip your phone like this and listen to yourself. Or have your AirPods or your earpiece. Listen to what you are saying. Focus on how you are speaking, your pronunciation, your pitch, and the rest. Just how you sound. How do I sound? Ask yourself, how do I sound? Because each and everyone here today knows what a good speaker looks like. Do you?
Yes.
Do we know what a good speaker looks like? We do. Because you will watch a video on YouTube and you will be like, this is a good speaker. And you will watch another video and you will be like, no, this one is not so good. Right? So I am going to tell you why you are seeing this in a moment. But now let's focus on listening to what you have said without watching it. Do not watch it for the first time. Then the second time you watch that video, I want you to mute your phone and just observe your body language. Observe your body language. Are you using your hands? Your facial expression? Are you smiling? Are you frowning? Are you demonstrating the right words at the right time? That is what you need to do the second time you watch that video. Then comes the final time that you will watch and also listen. Now you are going to observe your general message. You are going to observe not as the speaker, but as an audience. You just look at yourself. Is this a good speaker? Where can he improve? And as you are doing that, I want you to be taking notes. Take notes. This is where I need to improve. This is where I need to improve. I am having too much filler words. I am having too much filler sounds. And keep it aside. Then repeat this process. Look at your observations and then repeat the process so that you can improve. As you repeat the process, you are going to see that you are eliminating some of those observations and you are becoming a better speaker gradually. This works no matter what level you are when you are speaking, whether you are an expert or you are beginning right now and today. This is the first part of our today's lesson. Let's move on to the second part, which is vocal variety. Vocal variety. I like to see vocal variety as the ingredients that every good speaker uses to capture and captivate the attention of his audience. What? Vocal variety. Vocal variety consists of 4 to 5 things: pitch, volume, pace, and tone. So let's begin by explaining pitch. Before we explain pitch, as I said earlier, you all know what a good speaker looks like. But the difficulty comes when you are trying to pinpoint why is this a good speaker and why is this a bad speaker. Why does this speaker captivates me and why does this speaker doesn't? So his pitch matters. Highness or lowness of your voice. When we give sentences, we end either on a high pitch or on a low pitch. We are either asking a question, expressing an emotion, or giving a statement. Let me cite an example. The sentence, I am hungry. I am hungry. This is a statement, right? Yeah. Then I might change the pitch. I am hungry. Is this a statement?
It's like you're asking a question.
I am asking a question. I am hungry is a statement. I'm telling you that I am hungry. Then I am hungry. I'm asking you a question while expressing an emotion of surprise. I am hungry. Maybe you told me, you said you are hungry. Then I ask you, I am hungry. I am surprised because I am supposed to know that when I am hungry and when I am not, right? That is the power of pitch. A pitch can change the meaning of a sentence. Another thing might be, my name is Muaz Idris Zakaria. To apply it to public speaking. And then there are speakers that will come, my name is Muaz Idris Zakaria, and today I'm going to speak about public speaking, ending with the high pitch, high pitch, high pitch. Instead of doing that, I come and say, my name is Muaz Idris Zakaria, and today we are going to talk about public speaking. How am I ending my sentences? Are we understanding? So pitch matters. Then your volume, loudness, and softness of your voice. The power that volume has on us is very significant. And the power that volume has on our audience is also very significant. Let's say, for instance, today, I enter this room, around 20 people, and I begin speaking as if I am speaking to one person. Said, volume is very important. We need to know and practice volume. Or rather, I opened my voice and projected, as I am doing right now. So volume is very important. You need to know and you need to measure the room. Do you need to shout? Do you need to preserve your voice? So before we move, I would like to tell you another power of a volume. It gives you confidence. Your volume, it gives you confidence. When a speaker comes up stage and no one can hear his voice, it takes away from his own confidence. But when you enter a room or you stand on a stage and everyone can hear what you are saying, it gives you confidence, and it also tells your audience to listen to you. So how do you begin a speech? When you come up stage, don't shout too much, but speak in a volume that each and everyone will hear what you are saying. That is volume. Then pace. Pace. What is pace? How fast you are going or how slow you are going with your speech and your energy. Nervous speakers originally are fast when they speak. They begin speaking and they are trying to reach the end of their speech and leave the stage. So you need to pace yourself. Be as slow as possible, but not too slow to bore your audience. Okay? Then tone, your tone. What are you giving? What kind of tone are you presenting to your audience? Are you excited? Are you angry? Are you expressing empathy? Your tone tells your audience that. If you are happy, your tone will tell your audience that you are happy and you want them to be happy. If you are angry, your tone will also tell them that you are angry and you want them to be angry. So how do you control our tone? The secret to controlling your tone is your facial expression. Like, I heard this from one of my coaches, that your facial expressions are the remote control to your tone. As an example, if I am on the phone with a friend, and as I am speaking to him, I am smiling, would he be able to know that I am smiling through my voice? No? Through my voice. Would he be able to do that? He can guess, right? Normally, if I am excited and I'm on the phone, I'm smiling. This and this happened, and this also happened. This also happened. The person on the other end will know that I am smiling. Or let's say I'm angry and I'm on the phone. You will tell that I'm angry, and my face will show it. So if you want to change your tone, change your facial expression. If you want to tell your audience that I am angry, and we want them to hear it from your voice, change your facial expression. So these four are very important. Why do we call them vocal variety or vocal variation? The reason is that in order to captivate your audience, in order to deliver a good speech, you need to be varying these things. You need to vary your pitch. It needs to be different from one sentence to another. You need to vary your volume, raise it and bring it back. You need to vary your pace. When you are talking about something that is very important, slow down. When you are talking about something less important, you can move faster. And then your tone also, as I said, expressing your tone, express empathy using your tone, express anger, express love, express sorrow, sadness, and all using what? Vocal variety. That is how you know this is a good speaker and this is a not so good speaker. Vocal variety. If you master this, you are going to see it and people are going to notice it. Although they might not pinpoint why they are captivated by you, but this is mainly the reason. Then the final one, which is the pause. Pause. When you speak and you are not pausing, no one will even understand you truly. A pause is a way of relaxing yourself and also giving your audience the opportunity to also relax. It gives them the time to process what you have already said before you add something on top of it. Another thing with pause is that it emphasizes the emotions that came before it. Let me cite an example. For instance, today, I come in here and I am very sad. After saying sad, I gave a pause. I said, I am very sad. What happens in that few seconds after I say it? You guys are trying to process sadness. Do we get it? Yeah. What if I come and say, I am very sad and today I woke up early, I didn't even take a shower, I was very tired and I just took my breakfast. Random sentences. I did not even give you the opportunity to process my sadness and I just went on to tell you another things. Do we get it? Yeah. Do we get the idea? It emphasizes the emotion that came before it. Secondly, a pause can calm you down when you are nervous. Although a lot of people are afraid to pause on the stage. Yeah, you feel like if you pause, people will think, no, he does not know what to say. But the opposite is true. The opposite is the case. When you pause, you are trying to construct good sentences. You are trying to articulate your words correctly when you pause. That is why the best speakers, when they are asked a question, you see them pausing for at least 5 minutes before they open their mouth. Notably, Steve Jobs. I watched his interviews, and anytime someone asks him a question, he will pause a little bit and then he will begin to speak. What was he doing? He was trying to truly articulate his thoughts and have a well-structured answer, and then he can give it. That way, the person that is listening to you will understand you truly and you will be perceived as a better speaker, probably. Do we get the pause? These two things are what gives you articulation. Sorry. They give you the power to take your ideas, take your thoughts and your emotions and share them with your audience. So this is today's lesson, and I hope we have learned something from it. Thank you very much.